So right now we're in a stand-up series, right? Working on some takedowns, working on some options from there, because God knows we can't all be dirty guard pullers like George. So a lot of times, especially in the gi, your wrestling gets shut down a little bit because it gets very grippy. You know, everyone just kind of what I call the white belt ballet. He grabs my collar, I grab his collar, I grab his sleeve, he grabs my sleeve, and we do this until one of us falls. It's the worst thing to watch in a tournament. It makes me want to punch puppies. But it's what white belts do in a gi. I can't fix it. I can only just accept fate and hope you figure it out by blue belt, right? So we're going to work off the white belt ballet. So if I'm here, he grabs my collar. A couple details just in the initial. One, you never reach cross collar in the gi while you're standing, unless you want flying armbar. If you want flying armbar, I absolutely recommend it. It's right there for you. Other than that, you're always reaching same side collar. Same thing as when we were talking about our no-gi. Your stance, I don't want you in like a full college wrestling stance. Feet a little wider than shoulder width. I want good head and neck position. Shoulder, hands in front. I'm always looking to make contact with my rear hand first. Because if you reach high with your lead hand, it's very easy to get ducked. So I'm always going to reach, for me, my left foot's going to be forward, so I'm going to reach right hand to that collar. And I'm always looking to have where my knuckles are right on his collarbone. Judo guys, you'll see, will literally punch each other. It's really not fun. For those of you who haven't done judo with Carlos, it's as violent as it can get without throwing a punch. So he's naturally going to kind of mirror me. I like to grab right underneath this elbow here. Some people will reach a little higher, some people a little lower. I like that elbow control. It just feels like the best spot for me. Play with it a little bit. Some of you longer guys may get away with reaching up and getting a little bit deeper. Some of you shorter people may feel a little more control, a little better grip here. Dealer's choice. I like right about here. I feel like it gives me a great control point. So when we're here, we're trying to get him off balance. Push, pull, all those fun things. Big thing here is we're trying to get him off balance so that we can throw. For me, all I'm looking to do is I like to push people back so that when they start to drive in, I can step in to my first throw here. So for me, I like to just hit a very simple hip toss for wrestling. I just like to do it with gi grips. So I'm here, I'm going to keep a grip here. As I push into him, he's going to push back, I'm going to step in. I step. Your goal, for lack of a better analogy, is to drop it like it's hot and put him right on your lower back. Here. So you're here, bop, bop. And you want to, I like to grab the belt. You don't have to. You can grab the pants, jacket, whatever you can get a hold of. If you're looking for an underhook, great. Here, here. And you should be able to load them onto your back to where you're balanced. If you're not balanced there, your foot works. So when we're here, bop, bop, lift. Then you're trying to throw him, not to the side, but in front of your feet. Once you're there, you're generally going to try to land in either side control, knee on belly, something of that nature. I just got lightheaded. That's I do not feel good. So we're here. Move around a little bit, just get kind of used to how that feels. Head snap, do a little bit with your partner. Push forward that little bit, pop. As soon as you're there, that front foot, I should step kind of equal to his front foot. Get my grip, kind of click your heels together, pop here. Once you're there, I just want to get comfortable with that lift. Do that twice, throw on the third. So it'll be moving them around, bop, moving them around, bop, moving them around, bop, throw. Questions on that? Yeah. If you don't, I'm just reaching kind of far side grip and gripping what is available. So early in the match, you'll probably have a belt. After about 30 seconds, most people belt tie. Not there. So grabbing whatever's available. For me, I also like kind of this that little feet loop grip. Right where the rope on their belt is. I like that grip quite a bit. Grabbing the back of their jacket's pretty loose. Generally, it's too fluid, especially if I'm here, like this is too loose of a grip if it's untucked. So that's where I like to grab kind of here. Even if you can't get a grip, just reach for the far side hit. That can sometimes be enough, just like a
would you have to still like not load them onto your back?
Oh no, I'm still loading them. Everything else is the same. You just have the belt gives you a little bit better of a grip control, but you can still hit the same exact call. Alright? Other questions? And for those of you who wonder why sometimes you'll see black belts untuck their front collar, that's why. They don't want to get judo taught. Or they're setting up shows, one of the two. Alright? Questions, comments, concerns? 1, 2, 3. So I'm here with Austin. We get into the white belt ballet. We get moving, we get shaking. Things get going. And for whatever reason, I just don't feel like I can get to this underhook, right? Sometimes the guy's just kind of really defensively sound, and sometimes it's just, you can't get the distances right to really get into it. So one of the other ones I really like is I like to cheat my hand back to the wrist here. So I'll push in and I'll cheat my hand back here. Once we get here, instead of reaching for his hip, because Austin's keeping his hips away from me, he's being smart in this position. Great, all I'm going to do is hit an arm spot. So I'm here, this hand comes through, and I'm looking to wham and trap. Bop. Boom, bop. I drop to my knees. And I'm looking to, what is it? Ring the bell. You know, you're kind of rope pulling him through. Or swinging a sledgehammer, chopping wood. There's 1,000 fucking analogies for that. But we're here. I'll do it a lot of times. I'll look like I'm trying to break their grip. Man, you should really let go of that. It's a great one. You got to follow through pretty quick on this one. So once they hit, you need to be swimming for that underhook and getting your head up. I'm exaggerating the hold on that position so you guys see it. But we're here. I'm moving around. Boom. I like to do this one, especially as I push in, like I'm trying to break the grip. Like, oh man, you should really let go here. Bop, bop. It's a beautiful one. You better commit though, because if you half-ass this one, congrats, you pulled them into back mount. It's like, hey, why lose slow when you can lose quickly? Like, you gotta go. It is, I'm here to, he's on his back and mock Jesus as fast as you can get there, okay? Question, chat. Boom, we're here. Bop, bop, drop, through. So it is not a kick through. It's explaining to Evan and them. A lot of the times in judo, you'll see guys go to do the big kick through motion. One, shouldn't do that in jiu-jitsu because you're very susceptible to the roll through, which means you'll have done all that cool throwing to lose 2 points. They'll get 2. 2, it's just not as useful as it is in judo. Judo has a bunch of really weird fucking rules that I don't know. Other questions?
When that underhook, when you're going for that underhook, grab anything, or is it just to basically get that momentum?
Big hook, ideal world that we all don't live in, you can get kind of that hang, you know, that full wrap around to his shoulder. For me, I'm just trying to connect elbow to armpit. So, bop. As soon as that connects, I'm fine. I don't really need a heavy duty grip there. Some guys will teach reaching for kind of the armpit wing, you know, kind of that piece there, and using that to throw. Not as a fan as here, coming all the way in.
They have, instead of an elbow grip, they have a sleeve grip on that other side, where you kind of feel that first before you go for it.
Yeah, so a lot of times what I'll look for here is, I won't, like if he's trying to be real grip heavy here, and then I'll be looking to hand fight here, like I'm trying to break their grip. So I'm setting this up almost like I don't want to grip fight with you. So like I'll come into this one a lot of times and I'll be here waiting for that collar grip and I'll be, oh man, I really wish you'd let go of my collar. And go. Yeah, I will keep that hand kind of disengaged. One of the easiest grip breaks if they do have a wrist or an elbow grip there is just kind of that stomp out. So as soon as you can get that grip break, hitting that arm spin's very simple. Control. So the reason that I don't like, so like if I arm spun with the kick through, is because you don't have a good base to land into because your leg's kicking. So that's why I'm showing you the knee drop rooted, because I'm in a good space. That's the reason I show it this way, is to not get shot. Because in judo, you can score big if they land flat. Ippon. So now that's where a lot of the ippons work. Is them landing flat on their back. I think that's 4 in certain situations a win. So that's why they dip into that motion, because you can get a cleaner landing for them, but they're not worried about getting rolled through because match. So that's why. Alright, other questions? 1, 2, 3. So I'm here with Austin. So this one's a little bit of a misdirect. So I'm here. I'm trying to throw you, Austin. I swear I'm trying to throw you. Boom. As soon as we step in there, see how Austin's feet are right in front of me? That foot's going to step in and then swing out. Then we're going to dive at him like we're Superman, for lack of a better analogy. So we're here, I'm moving him, I go to step in, bop, drive in. We're here, I'm pushing, I'm pulling, definitely trying to throw you off. Definitely am trying to throw you. Boom, I stand him up that little bit. Boom. I'm looking to reach for that back leg for that hook. Bop, bop. Dive in. Inside trip. Pushing, pulling. Boom, bop. See how I naturally, boom, I get that front leg step forward. Bop, chin. Questions on this?
You're going above
in. Okay, so boom. In an ideal world, if Austin just stands up straight for me for a second, I'm coming in and hooking there. So kind of calf to calf with it, more or less.
You ever kind of use this like almost like a bait with like a Nushimano at all?
The reason I don't like, so you're talking from here.
Yeah, sure.
So the reason I don't like coming Uchimata here, just any half decent wrestler, the second you get here, they're going to pick up that single leg, which in judo, not allowed. So that's why what he's asking is, Uchimata is when you go here and sweep into that throw. And a lot of judokas will get to this grip here and then set stuff up, and you're asking from there.
Yeah.
The reason that works in judo is because you can't pick up the leg. Kind of silly, but that's why. So that's why I'm very hesitant to get anything where I have to come really high. Now, if you end up in an overhook, could you go there? Yes. I just very hesitant to give up an underhook. Jiu-jitsu, MMA, just because half decent wrestler, Austin, not a good wrestler, knows to pick up that single leg, right? Like, yeah. Even with some of the tosses out of it, still a problem. Other questions?
Stand up here.
Yeah, you gotta be jab heavy, jab heavy.
Like there's something that's wrong with your like deteriorating.
Talking about this thing.
Oh,
Right, that's
are you talking about like the electric chair sweeps and stuff?
no, not that.
I don't like that.
It's one that you mentioned that you can't use it in stand up because your knee gets stuck in your knee.
Yeah, not this one.
Jab high, jab low.
All right. 1, 2, 3. This one falls into my sometimes you just got to risk it for the biscuit techniques. So this one I'm here, me and Austin are locking up. Let's just say we're hand fight, we're kind of gripping. I'm going to look to put my thumb right behind his collar. Here. I'm going to look to hand fight here and connect my hands. So what I'm looking for is my pinky and my thumb to be right next to each other, right on where his t-shirt tag would be, right here. For those of you who have been here for more than 10 minutes, I'm about to hit my favorite choke. All right? Boom. As soon as you get this, you want to make sure you connect your elbows, and then you're basically going to try to sling him over your back like a sack of potatoes. It is a violent choke when you hit it right. It is a giving him a back take when you hit it wrong. Congrats. Risk it for the biscuit.
By the sword, die by the sword.
Yeah, sometimes you're down big and we hit the fuck it button, and that's just what you got to do some days. Other times, you just know where the match is going, and sometimes you got to swing big. That's how it goes. You'll hear me, you know, at the end of matches, sometimes if we're down big, I'll just say home run swings. This is the type of shit I'm talking about. Sometimes you just got to go for it. Here, get that hand grip in. Slow motion. I'm going to widen my hand so that Austin doesn't die. Bam. Boom. Connect my elbows. Step, step. Here. As soon as we get here, I'm trying to drag him through. Because even with wide grips, that sucks for Austin.
Yeah, it doesn't feel good.
You're basically trying to get him over your shoulder like a sack of potatoes. Some guys will smartly front roll out of this. If they do, congrats, you get a takedown and side control. If they don't, they go unconscious pretty quickly. I did this at blue belt, choked the guy out, stood up, the ref was like, hey, he's out, and I let him go on accident. Yeah, it was awesome. One of the only things I wish I had on tape that I don't. Question, story.
Do you ever, like, once you start playing with that first overhand grip, do you ever like to just pull his head down like you're going to do something like that?
So the way I like to set it up is, I'll come here, and I like to open their collars real big, like I'm trying to really get into those collar grips. See how that one kind of slid up pretty quickly? This one's already here. Then I'll look here like I'm trying to knee pick and do stuff so that way he's kind of getting into that lower stance. And then that way this goes really fast. Sucks to be Austin right now. How fast does that get in though in a hurry?
Quick, fast.
Quick, fast, and in a hurry. It sucks. If you do it right, you can get a sub like that. So, like I said, what I like to do is I'm going to kind of pop their collars open. Because a lot of guys will tuck. If you face me in a gi, realize my shit's tucked. Something proper, cross proper, so that there's not a lot of grip here. So what I like to do is I'll kind of pop their collars up like I'm trying to snap with it. And then that hand just kind of slides up as I'm doing it. And then basically this hand is going to connect as I spin. It looks cool.
So don't have the second hand up there until you're actually ready to go.
And basically the second your other hand connects, you should be spinning. This isn't one where you can get here and move people around and do shit. Like, you should go from here to this and then.
You out.
You did that. Your elbows were fairly like out. Is it okay to...
For him to breathe? That's for Austin's sake, not yours. So, if I'm here, just so you see it, Austin can breathe right now, right? That's why my elbows. Because Carlos has put me out several times instructing this move before. real fun to wake up with him over you, shaking your feet. So, I'm very conscious about not killing you while I demonstrate. You were there the one time I did it downtown. Did it from side control, and he spun and was laying on top of me. And I started to shake it to him. Alright? Questions on this one? This is one where you just got to send it. Alright? It's not safe. It's not one I recommend being your A game out the gate. You should go for this. But sometimes at the end of the match, it's like 2 tears in a bucket. Motherfuck it. 1, 2.